Всем привет! Я снова рада видеть вас.
Hi everyone, I'm glad to see you back in the same studio. We are going to speak about bug bounty and the platforms, bug bounty of the platform, program, and everything which is related with bug bounty. If you've been listening to our broadcasting schedule, you know that I'm going to be visited by Dmitry Kim from Positive, and he is here with us, Positive Technologies, and Natalia Lavrentieva, who is a deputy chief and editor.
Наташ, как правильно сказать? Портал?
Natasha, how can I put portal or analytical agency? Both.
Advisor, аналитическое агентство и портал. Но у нас
Analytical agency and portal TEDvisor, and we have a third guest, Yaroslav Babin. You've seen him on multiple occasions today. And we're going to speak with him about platform, about a standoff 365. But I would like to begin by a higher level story. For those who connected to us and don't know, I would like to remind that some time ago, colleagues of Natalia have made a research, market research, for bug bounty programs, domestic market or the foreign market, Russian market. And would like to discuss it once again about the potential of a Russian market. Well, the potential of the Russian market, as I could see from our research that we've prepared when we've been making this overview, and about this overview, those who don't know about this overview, where can we read it? You can read it on our site and on your site. We've done it for the Russian market. We researched this market, and we also, it was an interesting work, and we received a full material. We've been working on it in September, October of this year. In order to collect information, we've been using open sources. But in addition to that, we've been communicating with different market players, with the users of bug bounty programs. And in general, we've been speaking to more than 20 different experts and bug bounty clients and companies which are providing these services. Also, we've been communicating. This is our feature, this is something, and everything that we've collected, we've published in this work, and generally speaking about the current market and its future, as I could see and as we was able to discover, right now the bug bounty services in Russia are demanded less than in some other countries like United States. They use more segments of clients from bigger number of segments than in Russia. And this topic is more worked. They have good practices around it. In our country, it's in the stage of development still. There are pioneers who've been doing it like 10 years ago, and maybe a little bit more than that. Companies like Yandex, VK, your client, by the way. Yes, Yar is going to tell whether it's our client or not. Yes, he's nodding, and therefore, this is certain segments of companies which currently have tasted, and many people use it in Russia. These are internet companies, these are active users and developers of the software. They also use these services because they need safe development. They need to check this topic. But in the West, the number of segments is much wider. They also use public sector. In the US, they use these services, and they have the experience on the level of Ministry of Defense. So we do have areas to develop. And right now, according to our data, we've calculated approximately more than 40 open programs, bug bounty programs, about which companies have been informing us. And right now, starting from September, we even have much more of them. And there's an interesting topic here. How big is the volume of the market? How well can we evaluate the number of these programs? And what experts have shown us, they evaluate that at a given moment of time, not less than 50% of these programs are working in a closed mode. We know nothing about them, and there are different reasons for that. For example, some people want to test them and want to see how they work, then apply these open programs. Some people don't want to have open programs, and we shouldn't have any vulnerabilities, and we can't even think about it. That's why they hold it in a closed mode. For example, in banks, for example, they are apt for this. Well, I would like to stop you. What about closed and open programs? I will ask you. You,
бакхантером в свое
being a
время.
bug hunter
Скажи,
back in time.
как часто
Tell me,
попадается,
please,
что
how
попадание в
often
себя и насколько это
did you have and how well proliferated availability of the closed programs and what is
насколько это интересно
placed
для
out there and how is it interesting for bug hunters?
ты, Наталья,
Please, will you confirm this to Natalia or will you argue with it? Not with me, but experts.
Тут про закрытые программы можно
You know
двояко
about
сказать.
closed
Закрытые
programs. You can have a double opinion. They are closed because they're on certain platform or they are closed, but not in the framework of the site of a certain company. For example, on the site, they say we have a bug bounty, it's a public bug bounty, but it's closed because nobody knows about it and the company does not tell anybody about it. So partially it can be closed one.
Когда компания выходит уже
When the
на
company
какой-то
comes to
должный уровень безопасности, она готова,
certain
что
security level and it's ready that it's not only them going to be broken by some security people but by some external people and these guys are really available. Very often we see some public services or startups for whom it's very important and they publish information. Please come, we have these prices and you can hope to receive this amount of money. You can break this and this. And this is a standard approach. Yeah, this is a standard approach. It's not been placed on any platform because platforms, they take their own commissions and money for usage of the platform. It's saving money. Well, it's saving money. It's a little bit better from the approach point of view because they don't have a lot of hackers who are trying to take it. Well, 10, 20 of them are coming there. And small security team will be able to process all the events which are happening and after a certain period of time for more or higher publicity and for higher number of hackers, it's wiser to go to the platform. This is what they often do. I understand.
мы нашли третий
Number three, we have found the third reason for which you should use closed bug bounty platforms.
потенциал-то рынка
Дима,
подтвердишь нам или
will you confirm the market potential or you will deny it? What happens with the bug bounty market in Russia and abroad? Well, and can you compare them between themselves? It's difficult to compare. And you know, foreign market knows more about bug bounty market. It's longer than Russian market. If you speak about the foreign market, they already have companies which are present in this market for quite a while and are well known among hackers and clients know them pretty well and trust them because trusting bug bounty platform is also a very important topic. And out there, because there's a big global player like HackerOne, for example, which works globally and everybody knows everything about it, and they are the main driver for this bug bounty program abroad. Speaking about Russian market, in February, they've stopped doing evangelization and promotion of bug bounty programs from their side, and bug bounty is a topic as such. So right now, Russian vendors are picking it up and Russian market does have a potential. So we are speaking about bug bounty topic and our competitors are not speaking in vain. Yar, do you feel this potential yourself? What happens with standoff platform? Do you see more clients? Do you see more researchers? 1 month ago, starting from press conference, we had another client, but right now Dima is not going to let me lie. We will communicate with 5 more who potentially can go to the platform. And how active is life on the platform? How many programs? Well, when 1 month ago we had a press conference, we've been speaking about 5 million payments. Right now we're speaking about 9 million payments. If we've been speaking about 2.5 thousand hackers, right now it's 3,000. If we are speaking about reports, then we have approximately 800 of them, and we had like 600 previously. So I think we are very active. But what are the most popular vulnerabilities on the Bug Hunter? Popular vulnerabilities, middle-level criticality, so-called insider scripting. Very often it's being found because it's very simple from the point of view of searching and from the point of view of application analysis for this vulnerability. But there are certain researchers who are concentrated on one type of vulnerabilities, for example, like logical vulnerabilities. They are more difficult to discover. They require more time for research. So if it's in inter-site scripting, you can find it within 1 hour and 20 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, maybe in one day. If you speak about logical vulnerabilities, sometimes it might take 2 weeks just to understand of what kind of a resource is it, how this application works, which potential risks might be there. And you should understand not only which technologies have been used, but also specifics of the application and how it works. For the banking one, they can have one set of problems. For the application, I don't know, from some personal account, there could be some other set of problems. For example, there could be a big number of users and potentially you can attack them if it's a banking application. Then there could be a lot of logical vulnerabilities. So you can try to round up a lot of money for yourself and receive a lot of money. And that's where the work of hacker comes from. You started calling the industries. Can you tell me, please, which industries are currently represented at the stand-up platform amongst clients? Well, we have a big client, VK. It's a holding. They have educational sites, Uchirut, Brain Skill Box. They have retail like Azbuka of Taste. Even the VK has directions which are developing games, magazine, financial industry. They have social networks, Odnoklassniki, Kontakty, and I think that out of industries we have almost everything or a lot. Maybe we don't have oil industry, electrical energy, and something very big. But everything IT related is with us. How this picture correlates with general market picture? And Dima, this is a question to you. Are we aligned with those trends, or maybe there is something new? Out of listed industries, it is aligned to what we have discovered after communications with market players. And most likely these companies are represented. These are internet companies, developers, software developers, and internet companies and developers of the software. They are crisscrossing with each other because everything is based on the software. That's why, yes. Out of what we have figured out, it's so where the bug bounty market moves to in their approaches. What is going to happen with this industry in the nearest time? It's a question to all three of you, because two of you are researchers. One is a businessman, one is a practitioner. How do you see bug bounty? Well, I will try. Practitioner, from practice, from experience. I think that the only practical confirmation to the security of any business, any company, any application is a check by a big number of researchers. And this number of researchers, well, you will not be able to find it in any consulting company. You can find 50, you can find even 100, but attracting simultaneously 10,000 researchers who will come and test you and try to break you, it's impossible. But this type of check will give you confidence that your company is safe. Not one check, not like multiplicity, but it's a continuous work. And this will be a confirmation to the fact that your business is safe. Natasha, where the researchers are moving to, what do they say? What we can see upon the results of our communications with market players and researchers, that there are big perspectives in the public sector, and in critical informational infrastructure. So this bug bounty topic was really interested in recent days in the Ministry of Digital Communications. They were interested in this previously, but right now they started working and they started moving, and we are discussing how can we work in different laws, a different legislative framework for all of these. And just recently, one of the profile conferences was dedicated to IT. They had regional ministers in informatization and digitalization. They've been showing they're interested. There were different ideas. Maybe they need to create, especially for regions, a separate bug bounty platform, because it's very difficult for them to organize it and attract some people. So in this area, there is direction to develop, and also public services. they should be done well. But this is a public sector. It is public sector, but it shows that we have the same big project, very socially important as public services, which can be given to hackers so that they would break everything, try everything.
У тебя 10 секунд.
You have 10 seconds for extending your business. What do you extend? Well, we do think that by the end of next year, we will work with technological companies like retail, fintech, and all other ones will enter. And public sector as well actively moves in this direction after the digital trust
Я поняла.
and those services which are being used. So you are surprisingly singing the same song, all three of you. I hope it was interesting to all of you guys. So if it is interesting, the topic of bug bounty from the practical point of view, please don't forget Google and put standoff365.ru and you'll be expected, no, com.com, and you will be waited there even if you don't have really high skills. You will learn. If it is interesting to you, if this topic is interesting to you from the theoretical point of view, then advisor.ru. Yeah, but we also have English version as well. There's English version as well, and they have a lot of interesting things about where this market is moving to and what is going to happen with it in 5 years from now on the territory of our country. But if suddenly you are watching us and you're thinking, who should do one of these services, the Dmitry Kim's phone number I'm not going to give you, but you can address him and everything's going to be wonderful. And today I had gurus of bug bounty and bug hunting: Dmitry Kim, Positive Technologies, Yaroslav Babin, Positive Technologies, and Natalia Lavrentieva. Congratulate you. You are also in a team of hackers. Please don't switch over, and it's going to be interesting.